All right, how's it going? Welcome back. This is a new season of
New setup
for Kicking for Three. We're finally doing it in person this time. No more awkward Zoom calls. I can actually touch him.
Kick his ass now, so that's good.
So we're happy to be back. We're happy to kick off. I know the season of football just passed us. What was your thoughts on week one so far, Cam?
Week one is, honestly, I didn't expect this on week one. Aaron Rodgers looking unreal as always.
We're already at the Aaron Rodgers.
You got to talk about it. Week one was great. A lot of good games. Week one's always crazy. Always hard to bet on. I did awful on picking the teams to win. But overall, it's been fun. A lot of good games, I would say. We're going to get into it, but a lot to talk about the Bills, Ravens.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of good teams showed up. A lot of good teams that you would think would be good.
Disappointment.
Yep, a lot of disappointment. So it's going to be interesting, but we're going to get right into it. But we're going to start off with you since it was on a Thursday, the very first game of the year, Cowboys-Eagles. Break it down.
Is it basically like by law that the Cowboys have to start week one?
No,
I feel like we've always been, for the past few years, it feels like it's always been.
It's a good chance. It's always Cowboys.
So we always got to rip the Band-Aid off, and there's always mistakes to be made. Like for me, right off the bat, though, like the running game, the first quarter especially, it looked excellent. I have Javonte Williams. We'll get into fantasy talk after this. But I have Javonte Williams on my. I was like, he was really good last year. He was promising. He was one of the more promising offensive players from last year, honestly.
100%.
So he looked excellent out there. Seemed like they were running smart plays. He was getting first downs, which were like last year. Felt like it was always like 2 or 3 attempts before you were getting that first down. So it seems like we're in a better place. Dak looked great, and then the thunderstorm happened, or it was lightning, or I think it was like lightning. And
lightning.
The storm delay to me that completely lost their mojo. It was like they basically fell asleep after that. Some flags. I know there was the fumble. Miles Sanders, he had like one really great run, and then he just fumbled the next ball. So I don't know. The coach looked pretty good. Okay, I guess defense. Obviously, the friggin' 10,000-pound elephant in the room. No Micah Parsons. That was such a defeat. I'm gonna get into that later in the episode.
Mm-hmm.
But kind of where I'm at with Jerry. It's not a great relationship, I would say, so far. So the defense I thought looked awful. They needed to have a lot of changes. It just seemed like they were marching on the field. Obviously, at the ending after the break or whatever, they looked better, but the offense wasn't answering. So I think there's got to be a lot of answers about that. But what about you? I know you were bragging on me all.
Whoa. I got a few more questions to ask you about that game. So the one thing I wanted to ask was CeeDee Lamb had one of the worst 100-yard games I've ever seen in my life.
That's a good way of putting it.
Would you say he definitely lost that game because of those 4 critical drops in the fourth, especially that one when he was basically wide open? It was a house call. But like you said, you could definitely feel the ghost of Parsons was definitely missing. You could there's no explosives on the defense. There's no guy that could make the bang play that get your defense mojo and get the offense back on the field quick. So now you could kind of are wondering now, could you see the Dallas Cowboys kind of make some moves in the defense, especially before the trade line and everything here?
I'm definitely certainly no expert on like who would we add. I don't. That's to me. I find for defense I'm a lot more lacking in terms of knowledge, but. I think they definitely. I don't know why they're not making moves now. Like to me, losing Parsons, that's a huge blow. There was really no other player. Maybe T.J. Watt is basically to me the only other comparable guy to someone who would be like worthy of picking out. So I don't really know enough off the top of my head of like a player I'd want. But I just think that they got to go for someone good. They got to make smart moves because like Jerry Bragg, I know he was like saying the obvious where he's like. Oh yeah, we can trade first round picks. Like that's a good thing to add to a trade. Like no duh, Jerry. So I don't know. That's also what we don't want. Like we didn't get anything great out of the Parsons trade. It was like if you looked at it on like Madden or whatever, it would be like.
Well, I seen a clip of a guy actually trying that on Madden and they declined it.
Which of course,
Madden says no.
Yeah, cause it's just awful. It seemed like they got. It was like a Trump trade. Like Trump always, his thing of business is always that like you gotta win. Like that basically you gotta convince the other person that they're getting a really good deal of it, but you know in the back of your mind that you're fucking them over and that you're getting the good deal out of it. And that's what seems to be happening. And also I guess too with Parsons, I don't know why Jerry was cheaped out on him. He's like, no, I won't pay basically the best player in this position because of, like, I'm guessing maybe some petty beefs.
Oh, probably. Definitely some personal matter. But yeah, so with the Steelers definitely hitting week 1 against the Jets, my biggest takeaway from that game has nothing to do with the Steelers. Jets look good.
Yeah, no, they look a lot more exciting than they have in the
I find this, the best way to explain this QB trade this offseason is the perfect, like, Freaky Friday type trade. It only benefits any team. Like, it only benefits the 2 teams.
They both look better with
Exactly, yeah. So in the both offense run, I find better with the new QB situation. But again, back to the Steelers, I was not expecting that offense frenzy from Rodgers.
Yeah.
Especially 4 touchdowns, around 230 yards. Was nice, looked a bit shaky at first, especially with the opening sack. But what my biggest question mark, though, is getting Darius Slay, getting Jalen Ramsey, getting Deshaun Elliott last year, getting all these guys on defense.
I would say
Justin Fields puts up 32.
I would say, but it seems like the Steelers love to go with players after they had their prime.
Yeah,
like they're still good, but they're still they're always you're kind of almost like it's like a risky investment.
Which it can work. Like I know, like the Steelers went all in this year. It looked great. Rodgers looks really good. I love the personality that Rodgers brings to like. When Rodgers retires, I know you don't really like him, but the NFL is going to miss him. You need a guy like that.
Yeah,
you have to. He's a freak. He's good.
He's good with the media.
100%. T.J. Watt looked good. He had a few good sacks for loss. They didn't get a sack though. Only one that got a sack was Heisman. Mm-hmm. But yeah, overall it was good. They got who they got? Oh my God, who they got next week? Jesus. We'll get back to that, but holy crap, I'm having a complete brain fart right there. But yeah, so last week especially, Chris Boswell hitting his career longest field goal, 60 yards. That was
impressive.
Nice. Overall, it looked great, but the defense just needs to be stronger, and then we should be all ready to go there.
Yeah. What was your thoughts on his comment afterwards?
Beating everyone associated with the Jets. I absolutely love that.
Why is he so petty? Why is he...
Because it's so funny. Petty. So back when Aaron Rodgers and them were, in fact, talking about returning to the Jets next season, the Jets owner made him fly down across country, basically just to tell him that they're moving on from him. He's like, that could have been a phone call. Fuck you. So then all this and like just the things that happened during last season, and like a lot of people thought he couldn't even play in the position in that organization anymore. And I love the clip of when Jalen Ramsey destroyed Garrett Wilson and Rodgers' reaction. Complete fist pump. And you can see him yell to the crowd like, sit the F down. Absolutely love it. He's a freak. You need him there. It's going to be fun.
It's an interesting from last season where you were like, he's basically Voldemort, the man who shall not be named. Yeah. You're tired of him, you're sick of him, but now that he's
we made a rule last year that we couldn't even talk about him, which is I find hilarious now.
But do you think, I always find like one thing with Rodgers, he's very, and I think it goes back to his like childhood, because he's like, one thing I always find interesting about him is that like he's not associated with his like family at all. Like his family has disowned him, which is like crazy. Like this man is like a worth hundreds of millions of dollars, and they're like, even then I'm still not going to associate with them. So it kind of shows, I don't know, one part of his character, but I think for me it always seems like it's they're doing something, but like he never takes account for like any of his actions.
No,
because I think there was some mistakes that he definitely made with the Jets. I think that's pretty disrespectful to like waste his time like that. But I just think he just seems to have such a like, you're either for me or you're against me, and he has like and
he has that personality, just as his nature though. So like, by the way, it just came to my head. Steelers do got Seahawks next week. That's gonna be a good one. But yeah, I'll personally say I don't care if he talks shit about his parents, anything about his family. I just want him to play good football. If he was great with his family and played bad football, I'd hate him more. Like, I would, but it's gonna be fun. It's definitely gonna be interesting. Am I saying like that we have a chance to go to the Super Bowl and stuff? Absolutely not. We're not. We're gonna pump the brakes, especially since last year. So
yeah.
So we're definitely gonna see how it plays out. But overall, what were your thoughts on the wide receivers' performance this week? A lot of receivers were just kind of quiet.
Yeah.
AJ Brown, Chase, just a few other
Neighbors.
Neighbors was quiet.
Yeah. And definitely too, like also picking back to like Dallas, like Pickens he had 3 catches? I don't know how many attempts he might have gotten.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
But I think he was under 30, 40 yards. Like, he was really not... To me, he looked nothing special. I saw some play. He was back to his, like, disrespect. He grabbed a dude's helmet. Yep. He wasn't even in the play or whatever. I don't know. I'm curious how this will work. They're both very talented wide receivers with Lamb and Pickens, but they're both big egos, which can be an issue when you have wide receivers.
Pickens has cost a few games last year too with Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
so you got to watch that as well.
Yeah, I think Pickens has kind of more. Yeah, like he's like on his. This is his third season, correct? Like he still has some like developing to do in terms of like not doing that stuff. I mean, it's kind of part of his personality. He's just a strange.
He's a freak.
Kind of free. He's almost a freak.
He is a freak. He's a strange.
He's almost like in the same realm of like, oh my god, the guy from the Bulls.
Yeah. Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, Dennis Rodman. Where it's like that these people are just they're like something about them is probably what makes them great at these sports, but like there's also kind of a disconnect for them when it comes to like any civility.
What's also crazy too, because like Pickens was so unhinged kind of last year. I'm not trying to talk shit about Pickens. I absolutely loved Pickens and I missed Pickens, but what is it? I just find a funny statement personally that I said. Pickens was so bad on the media and stuff that seeing DK Metcalf talk in a Steelers jersey makes him look like the respectable and like saint of a guy, even though he's not really. But it's funny, just a difference of personalities that you can definitely find, especially in the NFL, with especially receivers too.
Do you think that was the catch of the year though? With the like weird bounce.
No, that was straight up luck.
Yeah,
that had an incomplete all over it. I kind of just laughed when I saw that. It was DK Metcalf he had a decent game, quiet, good game, 4 receptions, 70 yards, pretty good for what you needed. Rodgers loved that Calvin Austin though. Holy, 2 touchdowns for him, so that was good.
And were you? I guess we'll get into the other games. Were you shocked? You said that you somehow had a stream that didn't have ads?
Yeah, that was actually really. And so I have a jailbreak Fire Stick, and I get Red Zone and stuff legally. Yes. Yeah. So everyone was going on the whole controversy with the Red Zone commercials and everything. He sends me a video, him watching a commercial on Red Zone, and I'm like, I didn't get one yet. So yeah, I guess the way I'm getting it, I just legit don't get it. But
I don't remember. I didn't notice it too much. Like I remember. There was they just did the sidebar where they just put an ad for, and it always goes right to casinos.
Of course.
Like I think it's weird. Like we were talking about that, I think during the Buffalo game where just so much of our ads, like there just seems to be no one other than like we watch a football game. It's like med companies, car companies, gambling companies up the wazoo. There's like multiple ads of those, and then like. Skip the dishes. It seems like back in the day though there was like kind of.
I also seen too when Red Zone announced commercials when they were trying to get companies to go on it. They were saying that it's not right. We don't want to be on Red Zone. They don't want to take it away because then the company getting advertised would also get hate for it too in a way. So a lot of companies legit didn't want to do it. And I even kind of made that prediction. It's just going to be these sketchy casino sites and everything. That's all it's going to be.
I mean, weird they took just like any ad. They're like anyone who like Alex Jones or something. Just
oh my god, it'd be hilarious.
But I guess to me the USA game of the week was Bills and Ravens. Right?
That has potential to be game of the year already.
You can't say week 1. You can't say game of the year.
Did you not see what happened? A 15-point deficit comeback.
Yeah,
straight on every single time. Like Lamar looked great.
Yep.
Josh Allen looked like the MVP that he is, as always. Mm-hmm. DeAndre Hopkins with that one-handed catch. I think he's going to be a really good addition in Baltimore, so that's going to be good for him to see his last year or 2 in there. But honestly, my biggest takeaway on that was how different the Bills' defense was when they came out in that second half. Yeah. Completely different defense. Like Derrick Henry was completely destroying them. He could just walk out the middle of the field.
I know. He was like pushing guys off. Awful. Yeah, it was classic Henry.
What are your thoughts on that fan interaction, though?
Yeah, it's an interesting. People are making some points online where it's like, if that was a Phillies fan, it'd be like, oh, and I hate Phillies fans as much as anyone does. But I just think he did definitely cross the line because I know there's people that do touch the players where they're like give them like high fives or kind of like smacks on the helmet or something like that. I don't think that's wrong, but this dude like fully tried to push Hopkins, and I don't like Lamar literally just scored an amazing touchdown, and then he's like, just person's trying to push him, like
push my like new veteran wide receiver.
Yeah, I don't think Lamar was in the wrong for it.
I wasn't. I wouldn't take that away from Lamar.
The reaction to it kind of exaggerated.
Banned for life. You think? Do you think he deserved that? He did get that.
But he okay. I don't really like he had front row seats. He didn't have to do that.
Fuck around and found out.
Yeah, it's like you. There's also like how many other people that were in the front row had that kind of access and don't do that shit
every single game too.
Yeah, so they don't have life bans. So if you made a stupid choice, get stupid consequences. I feel like I'd be shocked though in like 10 years he comes back. And so I was like, no, you're the guy. Like, even probably 7 years, people forget.
Oh,
maybe I guess it will pop up on the thing, but he'd be like, come on, I was a kid.
Did you see I don't know if it was fake or not, but did you see the video of him after? He had like a fake neck brace on and did like an apology video. It was kind of funny. He kind of played into it, but it was just...
he was trying to sue Lamar Jackson or something. He's an ambulance chaser.
That's pretty bad, though. If one push by a football player, that guy needs to get That's pretty bad. Oh.
Let's not talk about next today.
What? What'd you say?
Let's not talk about next today.
What does that mean? Next today?
The Kirk video?
Oh, we're talking... Oh, yes. Hope some people would get that.
Okay, but we won't delve into that. That's personal shit.
Not personal shit, it's political shit.
Yeah.
This is a football podcast.
Yeah, football podcast. Okay, what was your thoughts? I also guess the game in Brazil.
Oh, yeah. So Friday
City.
night, Chargers and Chiefs. Chiefs do not look too hot. Xavier Worthy being out's really going to hit them, the same as Pacheco being out. But
that was...
Kelsey had quite the game.
I always empathize with the shoulder. You know that.
I
I understand. When I see a shoulder injury,
this guy pulled his shoulder when he was a kid, and now... oh, my God.
It was a legitimate injury. It was basically an injury I didn't look after, and just kind of problems flare up here and there. That's essentially what it is. But I know the pain of having a shoulder like dislocated or like hurt.
Travis Kelce had quite the game though.
Yeah.
Hurting his player, yelling at his offensive lineman. What else did he do? Got bitch slapped. That was great to see.
Oh yeah, what player was that?
It was this defensive lineman on the Chargers.
Yeah,
I'm trying to forget his name, but Herbert looked unreal.
Can you explain to me what you said? Why he's playing well?
Why he's playing well? He finally lost his virginity and he's dating Madison Beer. That's why. He lost his virginity to Madison Beer. He's playing like crazy. He just seems like one of those guys. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's such a funny joke.
I think other than maybe what's his name? Kirk Cousins.
Yep.
And maybe what's his name? The guy from the Colts.
Phillip Rivers.
Yeah, Phillip Rivers. I think those are the only high school or guys who played QB that were virgins. Because I think like QB is the guy who gets laid.
Oh, he's
in high school. So
yeah,
but you think he waited till Madison Beer?
He's playing like he has a chance to win MVP easily. Few other takeaways. Game
one, you never.
Yes, we're early. There's lots to discuss about. But
I'm almost impressive with the chair. At least is that.
Getting Keenan Allen looks really nice too. He was on Chicago last year. Good to get him back.
Yeah, well, like I find though they don't really have like he's definitely a veteran at this point. Like,
oh yeah.
They don't have many flashy or like kind of young gun type wide receivers anymore. So I find it's impressive what Herbert's able to do with them.
And like their biggest
he doesn't really seem to demand
addition was Najee Harris, and he didn't even play in the game. So. What are your thoughts? Did you really fall much into? So what were your thoughts on Mahomes' performance?
I think he's what I guess they lost, but it would be like the best. It was like he was the best player on the field. I think Chelsea did get a TD though. Yeah. I have him in my fantasy, so.
Oh, that made you happy.
Yeah, and all the Swifties or whatever. But yeah, I think he's really what's making it work on the team now. Like. Also, I know the play that was kind of debated on again because anytime he's the QB that basically benefited the most off of like unnecessary roughness and roughness after the whistle, and then when he does the thing where the guy he starts to stop blocking and then he just gives it to him, it's like that's one thing with Mahomes.
It's wizard. You can't say it's not like it's magic.
He like plays the system. Like it's like he's sorry if you can hear a cat walking around, but he plays the system. He knows what to do to get these penalties that go on his behalf. But if he wants to do something, he doesn't really care, and will complain if there's a penalty for it.
I would say it's funny just seeing the Chiefs being the only 0-1 team in their division right now. Got to take a screenshot for that because that's definitely not lasting.
Did they lose game 1 last year?
No, they won like 11-0.
I know was it 11-0?
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, I know you wanted me to ask you this, and I'll definitely give my opinion on it, but what is the Miami Dolphins going to do?
Yeah, that was embarrassing. Like, I couldn't believe...
Especially the talent on that team.
Because we were talking about the game before it happened, because I have Akane. I don't know if I'm saying his name, Akane?
H-N.
H-N. I'm awful with names. Pronouncing them usually, but... I put him in, and I was like, I don't know, the Dolphins. I know last year looked shaky, but like 2 years before that, they were at least an exciting offensive team.
They were a fun team to watch.
They really couldn't win. They were like had a kind of a like shaky record. Also, sorry, Willow's here too, to get mad at the cat. But yeah, so I just think that they could. I lost my train of thought there.
Talk about Miami.
Oh, Miami, yeah. I just think that they seem to just keep struggling. I don't know. I know a lot of people are talking about Mike Daniels. Maybe it's showing that he can't really coach, or he can't really coach these guys. They look completely lost out there. Especially defensively. Like
it looks like McDaniels lost the room. I honestly think.
Yeah.
The locker room, especially with the whole Hill drama last year of him quitting in the middle of the game. And then wanting to be out, and then
I'm sick of him.
Him trying to rekindle with Tua this offseason, and then Tua going saying it's going to take time, and he's not really giving him the time of the day.
Like, get rid of him.
But I honestly think Tua, I know it's very early on, it's week 1, but I honestly think Tua is honestly a bottom 5 quarterback. He's going to be this year, I think. He just, he's forcing everything, he's trying everything. Yeah. There's a lot of personal stuff going on, especially with Hill. Now, I'm also seeing these stupid rumors. I find every single year when there's a superstar that wants to leave a team, the Steelers are targeted to get this player. I'm like, oh, no, they're not. Does
anyone want Tyreek Hill?
That'd be kind of crazy, though, but I don't think it would work.
In my opinion, I really liked, especially his KC years. I loved him.
Oh yeah,
I think he's like also one of the fastest people on earth.
He's super funny.
Like he's lightning, and he's funny. But like, in my opinion, right now, I think he's just a deadbeat dad. He literally has 10 kids. Apparently, a woman is like divorcing. He got
accused of assault.
Yeah. Yep. Like he's like he's I don't know. He just his personal life is going to hell, and it's affecting the way he plays. Like he's like a really bloated contract, in my opinion, out in the Dolphins. I used to love him because you get him for fantasy or something. He'd have 44-point night.
Oh, nuts.
He was just I don't know. It just was. The Miami, I guess, culture or something, I don't know, is just kind of not, like the football culture, not anymore. But I just think it's not good for this team, and they just don't look...
they don't look promising. They don't even look like they're... It just looks like everyone's just trying to play football by themselves when they're around the field. Like, Daniel Jones, they made Daniel Jones look like a superstar.
I could see maybe a turnaround for him. I'm not saying just because of that game, because obviously... with Miami, there's...
And remember the Saints last year, too.
Yeah.
Remember Derek Carr, everyone was going on saying...
That's true. But I don't know, Daniel Jones... I thought Daniel Jones still has that, like... He got screwed, I think, with the Giants. Like, the Giants just, like... Well, it's also just New York, like, sports culture. Like, if you're not answering to the whims of those fans... You're going to get, like, to me, so destroyed with the media. I feel like they really turned on him, like, the last, like... Three seasons he played with them.
Oh, for sure.
And he still has a lot of potential. Like he's a very mobile QB when he wants to be. He's tall. He's able to throw the ball. Like to me, could be a really.
He has a great arm too. I know it's not 100% accurate, but like, he can. It's always like bullets when he throws. I find too.
Yeah. So if he gets on the team and Roy is able to get, like, especially I imagine like the way that he's coming out of week 1, like he's gonna have a lot of confidence. So. I don't know. I kind of have. I will have my eye on him. What was your thoughts on the Houston game?
Houston game, it kind of rubbed me the wrong way at a very personal matter.
Really?
Yeah, I had a 3 touchdown parlay I picked George Kittle, even though he got hurt. Opening touchdown. I was like, perfect, that's a lock. Lamar Jackson's always a lock. Fucking Nico Collins, I could have turned $20 into $400, but he sold. It was, honestly, that game was a very, very boring game. Did Houston even win it?
I don't remember. I don't remember watching it.
I don't even think Houston even won it. CJ Stroud, but like I said, it's only week 1. I did watch some highlights of it. CJ Stroud did have some promising spots, but he was also...
Where do you think he'll be this year?
I think he'll have a little bit of a bounce back year from last year. He's not going to be top 5 superstar stud. I don't know. He got overhyped that couple years ago, especially beating Lamar in the playoffs on his rookie year. But yeah, I think he's definitely going to bounce back. I think Houston should be a decent team this year. They should be right around that wild card kind of spot, hanging out there. But could definitely see it. But they really underperformed, I found, on Sunday, which really shows how difference and how crazy week 1 can be.
Yeah, one game I was kind of excited also too because one of my former roommate who used to live in this house. A shout out to Elias. He got to go down to Foxborough and he got to watch the Raiders and Patriots game. He's a big Pats fan.
That was a pretty exciting game.
It was. I thought it was a good game. Like I was talking to him.
Raiders won it, but
yeah, like I think I was kind of bitter. I felt bad that it was probably felt like a bittersweet ending where just like there was excitement.
He was right at the end zone too.
I know, he had great seats. He's a waiter. He's a bartender. So he's
lots of tips, lots of cash.
He also trades cryptocurrency, so he's flushed with it. But yeah, so I thought it was a good game. It was the Raiders. What do you like? I like that they went with. Oh my god, I'm forgetting the name of this.
Pete Carroll.
Pete Carroll.
Yeah.
I like Pete Carroll, especially to me. Where I respect Pete Carroll the most was when they interviewed him after the decision to go with to throw it the Super Bowl 2014 Super Bowl.
Oh yes, Pats. Yeah.
Yeah, and the respect I had for if you watch that clip, it's incredible how you rarely see that in coaches that are that vulnerable about how terrible they feel about making that decision and how bad he feels for the fans and the team,
his players,
and his play. I thought it was an incredible answer to it. I just have a lot of respect for him. He's always had a positive record. I know, obviously, he only had one Super Bowl with Seahawks, right?
Yeah.
So he does have a history of being a top coach. But why do you like him or do you not like him?
I really liked Pete Carroll. I honestly think if they went with, I know they won week 1, but I honestly think if they went with Russell Wilson with that chemistry in Vegas with Carroll, I think that would have been a bit of a better fit. But Geno's going to get the job done there. He's not going to win you football games solely, but he's going to put points up on the board. He's a
gunslinger.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to move the boys down the field to have a chance to win the game. So Raiders are going to be interesting. Playoffs maybe, but it's just going to fun. It's going to be so fun seeing these coaches come back and play. Because a lot of these coaches quit and then they come back. Sean Payton, Pete Carroll's another good example.
Belichick is a great.
Yeah, he's in North
What's
Carolina.
going on down there?
Oh my God, he got blown out. But we're gonna keep this quick because I find we talked about this a lot last year too, but it's still an ongoing issue for this team. 49ers are a hospital again. George Kittle out multiple weeks.
What's my joke every year? When are they going to sign a doctor one of these days?
Yeah. Chris McCaffrey, calf tightness. Brock Purdy, you'll get this, like you said earlier. He has shoulder tightness. So, again, another looking pretty promising season for those 49ers, but they just keep getting hit with their own players, which is crazy. So, that's going to be interesting. It's not as bad as last year. They could still win some games here without Kittle.
Their defense is...
Yeah,
but their defense usually gets rocked.
Even when Kittle's not catching balls, he's blocking. His presence is always on that field. Yeah. He's definitely the main guy.
What is Kittle down for?
He got a hamstring. He's out for multiple weeks, so...
Yeah, that's kind of a testy one, isn't it?
It is, yeah. That one takes, especially in his age, probably take a little bit longer to get recovered, too. But he'll probably be back around week 8 to 9 mark, maybe, so they definitely could pull up some games, but... Yeah. It's going to be real interesting how that 49. That's going to be that whole division. I find is one of the most interesting divisions this year. Niners, Rams, Seahawks, and Cardinals.
Yeah,
I think any team could actually squeeze out that win. 49ers
I think Cardinals going to get last there. there.
Yeah, probably. I can see the Rams. Rams could win that, but I think the favorite is right now still the 49ers, but that could definitely change drastically. It's going to be exciting.
I think then I'm going to go the East.
Commanders, Giants.
Commanders, Giants,
Eagles, Cowboys.
Like, I think that's really where I got, because maybe we can transition. I guess, like, is there any other games where I can?
No, that's pretty the highlights. All the other ones they're pretty straightforward. I found.
Yeah, the only thing I would say Russell I thought looked terrible though.
Yeah,
the Giants.
Russell.
Especially I was just so annoyed. Like he just looks. I don't know what he's doing there. He's still trying to do these runs.
Now he was washed last year. Coming down the end of it.
I feel like compared to him, like when I was watching him with the Steelers, he seemed so. He was almost like he was like a puppet. Like he was like he was to me just seemed like very little was like his decision. Like he seemed to be kind of operating at like exactly what the offense.
You never seen him audible. You never see he just went
like he was like a robot. And then it seems like the Giants, because I don't know what their like direction is. It seemed like he was making all these crazy trying to do all these like his old school where he's running out these the defensive.
He did the same thing he did against the Ravens in the playoffs. Tried to run into the end zone, gets blown up, and loses the football. Like I don't know why he tries that every single time. And he could slide easily. He gets the first down. He just tries to get like a 30-yard touchdown rush. It's so weird.
No. What did Colorado do to him?
Oh, I know.
They stole his talent.
They destroyed him.
Like nothing.
Fucking Denver.
Broncos country, let's ride, eh?
Oh. I kind of forgot. I forgot about those days in Denver with Wilson, because those are so bad. Those are brutal.
Yeah.
Especially with Sean Payton, too.
Yeah, wasn't there a clip of him like Sean Payton? Well, I also have no respect for Sean Payton, but he wasn't there a clip of him like really like laying into Russ.
Yeah, and
he
basically told Russell Wilson to fake his injuries so they didn't have to give him the bonus to finish play all 17 games. God. So that was a really crazy situation. That was like dirty. I lost a lot of respect for Payton too with that. And yes, you're frustrated with the quarterback that you're.
He's a cheap guy. He's a cheater. Like, he was caught cheating when he was on the Saints, right?
Yeah.
Like he just it's same thing with Belichick. Like Belichick was also a known cheater. Like he had like special agents that were watching like practices and shit.
The big one, the balls and the Super Bowl. I know Brady had something to do with that too. But.
I always find I don't think that's really a conspiracy. Like I think it was. I kind of maybe I drank the Kool-Aid of like Patriots fans, but like I think a lot of them they do kind of make the point where it's like that also too like it wasn't affecting Green Bay, like they could have done the same thing.
Yep.
Like I don't know, it also to me like really explained how like a few like grams of air difference. Like I don't think that affects the
it wasn't legit
game.
deflated football.
And they could have easily found in the middle of the game. They could have been like, "Hey, what's up with this ball? These feeling deflated," and then they could have checked them, and then it would have been fine. But they want to. It was like post after they're like scheming in their brains. What could have made us lose? Oh, it was these footballs.
Is that the same Super Bowl where Brady's jersey got stolen?
I thought that was for...
Or was that Atlanta?
I think that was Atlanta.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's Atlanta.
I think that's a crazy story.
That'd be a documentary. That should be it probably is.
ESPN 30 for 30 or something.
That'd be an interesting story. Because that'd be tense. Like that. Those stuff are like almost like
millions, man. Super Bowl game-winning jersey is unreal. Like I think it's one of the most pieces in sports you could own. One of those. So
yeah.
What were you saying? You want to transition to?
I guess transition to. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna put an ultimatum. I know, and it kind of this hurts maybe even to say a little, but I'm getting to a point with my fandom with Dallas and my opinions on Jerry, where I feel like he's just joshing me. He's playing me for a fool every goddamn year because he's a good product, but he never answers for for anything. He doesn't answer for why we don't win playoff games. He doesn't answer for these stupid decisions he makes. He doesn't answer why he's still a manager when he has nothing to do with it. So, in my opinion, if they don't go to a conference final this year, I'm done. I'm I'm donating the stuff to Goodwill, I swear I'm not doing it. I think one thing with sports fandom, I know this is a crazy, crazy thing, But you hold these people accountable. You pay money. You either go watch them, buy merch, support them. You're telling people. You're like you're a part of your personality is like the sports fandom. And if I feel like this guy just thinks that I'm just some fool who's going to continue to not question these terrible, terrible decisions that he makes every single season, I'm not putting up with it. And I know it'll be incredibly hard to find a new team.
Do you want my opinion on that is?
Hey, sorry.
I'm calling bluff 1,000%.
No,
There's no way.
I swear.
You're okay. You're either been a fake fan of Dallas since I've met you.
No, I'm not a fake fan.
Or
I want them to
you're
answer.
so mad right now. You're talking crazy. And because my uncle's a Cowboys fan. He says, wherever Parsons goes, I'm going. Sends a photo of Dallas wearing a Dallas shirt Thursday night. Let's go Dallas. It's the same thing. Yes, I completely agree with you of how bad it is.
Get Josh.
100%. But that's also the love for sports is watching your team trying to win and win and win. Look at Lions fans, man. Look at Browns fans. Look at there's football teams that don't even have one championship.
I know.
So it is hard, but I do get where you're coming from. But as much as you probably think your heart would do that, I don't think you could physically do that. I really do. I don't think. I think it's bluff.
I was thinking about, but like when I was watching it, when I saw the Parsons trade, it just is everything that at least seems to go right. He just he's indescribable as a manager because he just has. In my opinion, I know there's a documentary that just came out on Netflix. I want to watch it, but it's super fucking long. It's 8 parts. It's 8 parts long, which I just didn't have the time to sit down and watch it, but I definitely will. But
he has a lot of movie time, not TV show time.
Exactly. But I just find it just seemed like he doesn't care about if he cared about the fans, he would put the right person in charge to build the right team. He just acts like he's this super football fan that really doesn't have that much credentials when it comes to football. He was
businessman for sure.
Also, I did watch part of the doc, and they're about he's from Arkansas. He's not even from Dallas, or he's not even from Texas. He's an outsider to the football world, and he's an outsider to Texas. And in my opinion, I'm just sick of him, and I just think that they needed, because there's nothing you could do. You can't tell to the owner, hey, stop doing this, because he's no, I'm the freaking owner, and I don't care. But it just, I don't know, I wish there was a team, I just wish that he would, care enough for the fans, that he would actually try to make good decisions and not make, egotistical.
Did you see that clip of the Eagles fans cheering him? Thank you so much for what you're doing.
Yeah.
Love you so much.
Yeah.
Please stay forever.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. So I guess we'll kind of transition to now more of, the personal fantasy side of things. Mm-hmm. How'd your week go? I know you... Oh, yes. Oh, the head shaking.
It was an annoying one. Because I got some of the draft, it was sucked at the time during the draft. I missed the first 2 rounds. Basically, the most important part of the draft. Because my car was going through issues, so I needed to get it jump-started somewhere. And it was, basically at the time that the draft was happening. So nothing I could do. And then I ended up getting... it was Neighbors, and, oh my God, who's the other person? Oh my God, I'm tripping now.
You're a brain fart like me.
I know. It's with the lights and everything. Wasn't Joe Burrow? Oh my God.
Was it?
Oh, it was Pakua.
Oh yes. Yeah. Puka Nakua.
But it just was. So that was kind of bittersweet. And yeah, definitely watching to me Russell Wilson's performance. That basically was a cost. But also I have Javonte Williams, who I picked up later in the round. And then I didn't put him in because I was kind of questioning. I was the Eagles have a really good defense. It's game 1. I don't know how the season is going to really go so far, but yeah. So that was basically what cost me because I lost by 1 point. So one of those most brutal wins, losses in.
Yeah, I'd rather get blown out than that.
Yeah,
because you're watching it the whole way. My week went pretty good. Both my opponent underperformed and my team underperformed, except for one guy that completely saved me the week was Josh Allen.
Yeah, he was
39 points something, which is nuts for a quarterback too.
Yeah,
I had Jamar Chase. He really underperformed. Devontae Adams really underperformed as always. I don't know why I always draft his ass every single fucking year I have. Who else did I throw on there? Bucky Irvin, okay, just such a very mid performance. Kenneth Walker, I'm really nervous about in Seattle. I don't even think he was a running back. Won that game, so I completely misdrafted really that. So tight end was good. I had Ferguson, not Ferguson. The Eagles one. Goldberg.
Oh, he's good.
Yeah,
you got him.
Yeah, so he had a decent game, so that was fun. But Boswell, nice 16 points for that 60-yard.
Yeah.
He was like my main guy I wanted in the draft, which is hilarious.
I always just because he's Steelers, I don't draft him, but I think I had a chance.
Just had to kick it all the time. So I'm starting 1-0 as always. I always win week 1. I'm like 5-0 starting fantasy in week 1. So easy. This guy, on the other hand, he's already down in the dumps already. Week 1. That's when you know football's back, is when George's pissed.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, honestly, yeah. Well, just do you have like strong faith in your team this year compared to last year?
I really got clouded by that fake kind of like 10-3 kind of run the Steelers went on, especially. I really got clouded by that. This year I'm going to be a lot more optimistic about it. So far I love what I've seen. What I kind of thought happened, like I said, what I thought happened in that Jets game was the opposite of what I was first expecting. I thought the defense was going to overperform, and then they just squeezed out the win. But it was basically a shootout. I never seen the offense look really like that in Pittsburgh since Big Ben. Honestly, shout out Big Ben. Since like 2018. So that was nice to see some actual throws in the middle of the field by Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers moving quick too. Like when he was on,
I know he didn't look 40.
No,
he's 41.
Definitely not. Yeah, 41.
Yeah.
So, it's gonna be a good year. I'm definitely playoffs. Obviously, it's the Steelers. They always do. But like all my sport teams right now, I'm just waiting for a playoff win now instead of just making the playoffs and being one and done. I'm really starting to get sick of that mediocre middle of the pack bullshit.
I know. Yeah, we like in all our sports fandoms. Like, cause we're both, at least one thing we do, we're both Montreal fans. That's where we did
with hockey, yeah.
With hockey. And that's been, like, just so many years at this point. And this year there was some excitement. We got in the first round and everything.
But they're so young.
Our hearts were ripped out 4 years ago when they lost in the Cup Finals. Like, it just, we were, like, waiting, because you said you kind of got to experience the 2009.
Yeah, a little tiny bit, but like I said, like I was 7 years old. Like,
do you know Ball Kid?
Yeah, like what do you know about Big Skin? Fuck. And then for baseball, I'm a big Blue Jay fans, but obviously that's been this year may be the year though. Hopefully,
Rockies baby.
Worst team in baseball right there.
I'm actually a Cubs fan. I just like this hat, but yeah. So I don't know. There's, I think the Steelers. They're almost like in this, like, they continue the same thing it's like almost there should be pleading insanity at this point, because like they've had like this past like decade or so, like it's just been like
since like 2018 really.
Promising teams. Some I would say 2021 2022 was probably like when your roster was at its best.
Yeah.
But you kind of had dwindling, but it's like ups and downs, but it's just like okay. All right, my dog is beefing my cat. So, but yeah, I just think it's up and downs, and I think. Do you think? I know it's always the talking point, but do you think it's the year we finally get rid of Tomlin?
If they don't win a playoff game this year, yes. But my predictions is if they win a playoff game, Tomlin and Rodgers are both running it back.
They're going. What do you mean?
They're both going to go back to Pittsburgh.
Okay.
If the Rodgers win them a playoff game, they're definitely going with him again next year. And if they win a playoff game, I wouldn't mind it. But yes, this is the last dance. He's on the hot seat this year for sure.
Yeah.
Another coach that I honestly think's on the hot seat right now, just from how unlucky and just bullshit playoff runs that they go on. The 49ers. I think Shanahan's on the hot seat this year too.
Really?
I do. My dad's a massive 49er fan. He thinks Shanahan's on the big old hot seat too.
Really? I think they like him.
He can't win the big game though.
I know, but I thought they liked him.
I know, but it's like Tomlin. You like him, but you still gotta get rid of him.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be really interesting how that's gonna work out this year.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't know. I feel like Shannon though is more compared to Tomlin. Like I feel like maybe I'm not as connected in with like 49ers, the fan base or whatever, but like are they as much with, because I find Steelers fans it's always like Tomlin's either like great because he's so solid or whatever,
or he's like the worst coach in the
league. But like do they have that where, I know with like there were some big losses and like disappointments.
Yeah, like there's a kind of a cult following I find with the 49ers fandom that are like they just can't stand him and they always hate him. Yeah, but I find majority that they do mainly like him, but like I'm saying, like he's there to win, not to be a nice coach and look good in front of the camera, you know. So it's a business. At the end of the day, it is a business. So
yeah, but I think though with at least you have to have at least a lot of respect for in terms of what he was able to do with Brock Purdy.
Oh,
like
easily.
That's unheard of like currently in like with any of these NFL teams. Like what NFL team was able to get that out of like basically an undrafted player. Actually, basically probably since Romo.
Yeah,
Romo would be like, because basically like Brock Purdy, he's like Mr. No, like relevant, right? That's what, like he was the last draft pick.
Legit, the last draft pick of
and it's just incredible like what he was able to do, especially at that time. Because Murray was basically like 49ers were just dropping like flies, like the QBs, like it was. They still had Geno back then, right?
Jimmy G.
Jimmy
G. So they went with Jimmy G, tried to use him, and then Trey Lance went down too. So then they're like,
Cowboy.
They're like, all right, let's go with this guy we just randomly picked up. So then, but it was funny in the playoffs, even that playoff game, you see Trey Lance and Jimmy G both standing there because they were just healthy scratch because they just kept going with him because he kept winning.
Yeah.
It's just funny this season, like, oh, this fucker just took both of our jobs. We're just sitting here right now watching it.
Yeah. No, I'd be curious. Like, I think if Shan does end up going on the market, like I think he'd be
he'd definitely get picked up.
For
sure.
Positive or like sexy choice to get.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, that was definitely been the first episode of this year for Kicking for 3. Mm-hmm. Week 1's already down. It's just going to go faster and faster from here, as it always does. Definitely going to be back here in person this Wednesday.
Yes.
So that's something to look forward to.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Well, thanks so much for joining us. Appreciate it. Have a good day. There we go.
First one done. Oh my god, I got to shit.